Satnam and welcome. I'm Parm Dave and this is Yogic Living. Today I'm going to be teaching you a Kriya to work on your digestion called Vatskar Kriya. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, I wanted to tell you that I do sell my necklaces on Instagram, and so they're great to help bring about that crystal energy to help with the healing and your processes. So, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because it really helps us out because we put a lot of effort into these videos. So let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to get started by tuning in with the Adi mantra. So take a big deep breath. Om Namo Gurune Namo. Om Namo Gurune Namo. Om Namo Gurune Namo. Inhale, suspend the breath. Feel the connection to your higher self. Exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Feel the connection to the golden chain of teachers. Exhale. Last chance, inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale. Now keep your eyes closed, and we're going to tune in a little further with the Mangala Charm mantra. Take a big deep inhale and begin with me. Angananama, Jugangananama, Sangananama, Siddhinganadeva. Angananama, Jugangananama, Sangananama, Siddhinganadeva. Angananama, Jugangananama, Sangananama, Siddhinganadeva. Inhale, suspend the breath. Feel the protection, like you're in your own personal bubble. Exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Feel that bubble extending to your whole space. Exhale. Last chance, inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale, relax the posture. So let's get right into it for today, especially since this is going to be a little longer Kriya than we have been doing here recently. So this is called Vatskar Kriya. So what this does is it helps us to work on our digestion. So the first part of this Kriya, a Kriya just means a group of exercises that are put together that are meant to work really strongly together. So the first exercise of this Kriya is we're going to sip in the breath through our mouth, kind of like we're beaking the breath. So we're going to make a beak of our mouth and sip in our breath in strokes. Once our lungs are all the way filled, then we're going to suspend our breath and do a Sufi grind. And we're going to hold our breath as long as we can, but what we are going to do, once we get to what we feel about is our halfway point, then we're going to switch directions. So, let's begin. Go ahead and exhale when you feel you need to. So we're going to do that 2 more times. And within this Kriya, you're supposed to only do this 3 times. And, of course, on an empty stomach, because it is essential. We're working on our digestive system. So let's go ahead and do that 2 more times. All right. Once again, and again, do not try to keep up with me. If you can't hold your breath as long as me, that's fine. Do what you can do. But let's do it for the 3rd round. Well, that was the first exercise of Vatskar Kriya. So the next exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our forehead to the ground. And we're going to start wagging our tail. And we're going to pretend that we have a tail that weighs over 100 pounds. It's very thick, very strong. And while we're doing that, while we're wagging our tail, we're going to imagine that our tail is breaking walls on either side of us. It's that strong and that big. So we're going to try to wag our tail with as much force as possible. So let's bring our forehead to the ground. So we're just going to bring our forehead to the floor like we're in baby's pose. And we're going to wag our tail. So let's wag our tail. suspend the breath. Exhale and stay on this posture and just relax.
Inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale.
So for the next part of this Kriya, what we're going to do is come lying down to our backs, and we're going to just hold our feet up in the air, about 3 feet up, and we're just going to breathe long and deep. So what that looks like is this. Let's begin. Inhale, suspend the breath, and exhale. So again, we're going to be lying down on our backs. Then we're going to grab our toes, and we're just going to roll back and forth, back and forth. Let me adjust the camera so you can get a good view of what I'm doing. Rolling on our spine. Rolling on our spine. Inhale, suspend the breath, and relax the posture. Now sit up immediately, and we're going to make a U of our right hand, and we're going to use our thumb to block off the right nostril. We're going to inhale to the left. We're going to use our pinky to block off our left nostril, and we're going to exhale to the right. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right, and continue. Now inhale, suspend the breath, and feel the energy radiate throughout your body, giving you health, life, and vitality. Now we're going to sit in easy pose and interlace our fingers with our palms facing our chest. And we're going to inhale, turn our head to the left, exhale, turn our head to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. And continue. Inhale, suspend the breath, hold the posture, and exhale. Now we're going to bring our arms parallel to the ground, and we're going to have our palms facing out, and then we're just going to roll our arms back like we're doing a backstroke, and continue. Inhale, suspend the breath, hold the posture, and exhale, relax the posture. So now for this last part of Vatskar Kriya, we're going to hold our arms out and then bring our fingertips to our shoulders and inhale, suspend the breath. Feel the energy going out through your body, vitalizing you. Now exhale, let the energy flow to all parts and feel refreshed. Well, that was Vatskar Kriya, and this is a good example of a nice meditation to help you with your digestive system, especially around this time of year on the holidays where we're all eating a bunch of food and putting a lot of work through our digestive system. So this helps to master that system, helps you to make sure that everything down there is functioning properly. So let me read you what the comments say about this wonderful Kriya. So this is a great example of a simple but powerful series that was kept secret by those few yogis who learned it. This will allow you to completely master your digestive system and give you a youthful appearance to your skin. Aging does not start with years. It begins with nutritional deficiency, intestinal problems, and an inflexible spine that disrupts the flow of spinal fluid. Exercise 1. Adjust the acid-base balance in the stomach. But it must be done regularly without missing a single day. Exercise 2 strengthens the heart. Exercise 3 slims the waistline and cleans the gallbladder. Exercise 4 flushes the circulation and balances the nerves. Exercise 5 and 6 distribute the pranic force and stimulate the thyroid and parathyroid. Exercises 7 and 8 remagnetize the aura. So that was Vatskar Kriya. And that is all I have for you today. And so let's tune out with 3 long satnams. So take a big deep inhale, suspend the breath, and begin with me. Sun, 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 and thank you, my friends, and thank you for helping us to have a clean digestion so that we can process everything that we eat and be happy, healthy, and holy. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.